Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to VTM Coteries of New York. And in the last episode, we went on a delivery joyride with Hope and got ourselves riddled with bullets by a parent hitman belonging to one of Hope's rivals. So that's something that we'll have to take care of a little bit later. Hopefully, no pun intended, we got some new clothes because it is a new night. We are very hungry, if the blood on the edge of the screen was any indication. And Sophie needs to talk to us about something important, so let's see what happens. Sophie requests your presence tonight, and it seems urgent. You find her already waiting for you and clearly pondering something. It takes a few minutes of awkward silence before she speaks. I require your assistance, Xavier. There's a matter of great importance that I need to ask you to resolve for me. You will find what I'm about to say surprising, I'm sure, but I need you to hear me out. I need you to contact an important Anarch figure in NYC and arrange a meeting for us. No, that's not good. Wait, I'm pretty sure we're not supposed to meet with Anarchs. We're at war, right? The prince does look unfavorably at those who meet with the Anarchs. That much is true. You will find that with this, as with many other things, the Camarilla's policies have more than their share of hypocrisy inherent in them. It comes in handy when using medieval power structures. What we are forbidden to do, the prince may do willingly. Some of these things can be done in the open, while others are kept secret as to not invite discord and discontent. I need to contact a man named Torque. He's an influential member of the movement, and, like most of them, very suspicious of the Camarilla. That's why I'm sending you to extend my invitation. How do I know he'll even talk to me? He won't. Not yet, anyway. You need to start further down the chain, and with the right story to spin. From my limited sources adjacent to the movement, I've gathered that your best chance to meet with Torque is to first meet with his right-hand woman, Mia. She's a regular at a club called the Leech Pit. I think it would be best if you presented yourself as an Anarch hopeful, a fledgling looking for a place of belonging. Only after you talk to Torque directly should you mention my name and the meeting. Yeah, that makes sense. If I open with, I'm with the Camarilla, they might cut me off. Literally. We can reveal our cards once I have his attention. My thoughts exactly. After tonight, I suggest that we do not speak of this again until you arrange the meeting. There are many who would jump at the chance to use this against us. With Kaiser, you've proven you can get the job done, even if it requires additional legwork. I trust you to deal with this task as quickly and covertly as possible. Forgive me, but that's all the time I can spare tonight. What I'm asking of you is just part of a bigger whole. Trust me, it will all be worth it. The thing about it is with Sophie, you kind of just want to agree because even if you say that you're not, she can just use her powers and you'll be like, absolutely, right away, ma'am. Okay, I'll do my best. I know you will. Check with Gregory for the address of the Leech Pit. Have Mia introduce you to Torque. When she does, tell him I wish to meet. Let him pick the time and place, but let it be soon. If he proves too guarded, tell him I have something that will help him gather allies against Boss Callahan. That should pique his interest. Good luck, and obviously, not a word of this to anyone else. Not even any new friends you might have made in recent nights. This stays between us. The way she says that final sentence suggests a not-so-veiled threat, but her warm smile belies that impression. You want her to keep trusting you. You wouldn't want to disappoint her. Gregory gives you the address. The club is in Brooklyn. Apparently it's some kind of heavy metal bar with a dedicated concert space. Time to pay this Mia a visit. This place is teeming with people tonight. You arrive in the middle of a concert. The music is loud, almost deafening, and it takes you a while to get used to it. It's more bluesy than metal. The noise hurts your ears. This venue isn't suitable for this kind of music, and none of the instruments sound the way they should. The cacophony sets you on edge. A group of a few dozen patrons are tightly packed together, and the smell of their sweat and youthful, excited blood overwhelms you momentarily. It's with some difficulty that you turn to the task at hand. You've heard your share about the Anarchs and how they fit into kindred politics, but you only have your short encounter in Corona Park on which to base your actual opinion of the faction. That might have just been a horrible first impression, but you're keeping your guard up just in case. Ooh. Well, we are very hungry. We need this feeding opportunity pretty bad. I know we're a Camarilla vampire in Anarch territory, but let's do it. First things first. The atmosphere of this place is distracting you, with the beast nagging to be fed. If you're to put your best foot forward, you best get that need out of the way, temporarily. The place brims with opportunities. You decide it might be easiest to just grab a somewhat drunk concert goer that strikes your fancy and see whether they'd be willing to indulge you. Oh no. Sure enough, you chat up a tipsy patron and hit it off quickly, augmenting your charm with the power of your blood in the interest of time. You don't catch her name. She'd been waiting for her boyfriend, but he hasn't shown. She was pretty much ready to dump him anyway, so hey, here's to new beginnings. Another vodka shot disappears down her throat. She kisses you on the mouth. It's super sloppy, and the alcohol on her breath is overbearing. You take your chance and kiss her neck, then bite down. Yeah, her evening's drinking definitely colors the way her blood tastes. Alcohol and melancholy. Not a combo you're unfamiliar with. Someone smacks you on the head and rips you off the girl just as you lick the wounds closed. He throws you to the ground. Uh-oh. It's the boyfriend. The argument they get into as your victim seemingly immediately sober up gives you the chance to mix in with the now dispersing crowd. The concert's over. A hand on your shoulder. You instinctively tense up and prepare to dodge a punch. Instead, you come face to face with a lanky woman in a jacket 2 sizes too big for her frame. Follow me behind the bar, Lick. I've got a few questions, and you better give me snappy answers if you know what's good for you. She leads you through the bar to a back door that leads into a side room. Indie metal posters are plastered on every wall. Some of them 20 or more years old, judging from the tour dates. And we are still not happy. An old sticky table and some rickety chairs are the only pieces of furniture here. Sit down. Sure. You take a seat as the woman leans against one of the walls. The name's Mia. I'm guessing your visit here isn't a happy coincidence? I don't know you, so you're either new in New York or kept an outstandingly low profile. Both sound suspect. So before we take these pleasantries further, answer me this. Who do you run with? I'm independent. I don't bow to anyone. Isn't that adorable? Listen, fledgling, you don't get to be this fresh in the game and not pick a side. Those Second Inquisition fucks are all too happy to pick on delusional kids like you. So are the cams. They offer you rewards aplenty for your servitude, but never actually deliver. Fortunately for you, there's another option. But before I get to that, let's get one thing out of the way. She leans in. If this is some clever ploy to oust me from my domain, or if you're just here to spy on me in the movement, I'll make sure that you don't enjoy on death much longer. Got it? You can tell it's a purely rhetorical question. Right. Here's the pitch. The Camarilla like to think that they're the vanilla option. What with Prince Bitch Panhard pretending that they were always in charge. But New York has never been a fully cammy city. They might have won the city in '99, but the cams have had their asses handed to them many times over the years. And the movement has been here at least as long as they have. Hell, I moved to NYC before World War II, and that was a good while after I saw the Camarilla for what they are. A way to keep us all subservient and in line. The Ivory Tower will tell you that they're only safeguarded for the traditions, and that's kind of the problem. There's only one tradition we in the movement should feel be respected. The Masquerade, obviously. Everything else? Ask the Prince, and she'll tell you it's the logical continuation of the Masquerade, but really it's just a way to keep the elders powerful and in control. She grimaces. But here's the thing. For all the talk of us bloodsuckers being solitary creatures, we need a community to keep up the Masquerade. Community, yes, but authority? Not so much. We need a council of peers to keep the assholes and power-drunk fledglings in check, but not a feudal prince to tell you where to feed or who to hunt down when they step on her toes. She takes a brief break from her indignant rant. So, you Anarchs don't have a ruler? A ruler? No. But leaders? Sure. Most follow old boss Callahan's lead. You make it sound like it's most, but not you? Yeah, not me. If you're concerned about being well received in this city, you might need to go through Callahan. But if you're serious about the Anarch cause itself, he's not your guy. Callahan eats up fledglings like you and shits out self-preservation. His position as Baron is mighty shaky now, not least due to the fact he's backstabbed more than his share of allies. So he's doing what any other old fart in a position of power would do. He's doubling down. Negotiations are out, intimidation is in. Tightening ranks as a precaution against the Second Inquisition. She surprises you by hacking and spitting on the ground in disgust. If you spent some time with the cams, that should sound pretty familiar to you. He's no better than Panhard and her cronies are at this point. No. You need to contact Torque. And when you know it, it's your lucky night. Because I'm the lick to do it through. Now remember, we're undercover here, kind of. How is he different from Callahan? Motherfucker, you're really asking for it. Her anger flares up again. I did not mean it to word it that way. I'll pretend that was just a naive question and not a half-assed jab. Torque is a leader. A local baron who's overseeing a small domain, but doing a very good job of it. Callahan knows this, so he's giving him shit. Torque is taking it like a champ. She reminds me so much of, Damsel I think that was her name from VTM Bloodlines. He's smart like that. For one of us rebels, he's got the patience of a saint. Makes you think back to how things used to be way back when, if the stories are to be believed. Anyway, you want to meet him? I'm going to require a show of goodwill first. That's fair. What do you have in mind? She flashes you a mischievous half-smile. I appreciate your readiness, but I don't have the details just now. Ask for me at the bar when you're able. I'll leave something for you, and we'll take it from there. Now come on. I gotta go. She walks you out of the bar and you go your separate ways. Seems like there's nothing more to do than return here later and see if Mia really can help you contact Torque. Oh lord. Alright. Well, our stalker is here. As well as our good friend, the reporter. Alright, let's go ahead and rest. Because we don't have a choice. Oh man, we're just getting right into the story. Fair enough. You arrive at the leech pit, finding it less rowdy than the last time. The bar is still packed, but the dance floor is empty tonight. Instead, the old crackling speakers are playing music that probably would have sounded like noise even on high-end hardware. Mia is nowhere to be seen, but you do remember she requested that you ask for her at the bar. You approach the bar as the bartender finishes pouring a beer for an older guy in a faded, fraying Iron Maiden t-shirt. She turns to you. What can I get you? Hey, is Mia around? No, she's not in tonight. She looks you up and down, and a spark of recollection shines in her eye. Oh yeah, that's right. She takes a well-worn book from behind the counter. Some kind of young adult vampire novel? And flips through it. She produces a piece of paper from between the book's pages and passes it to you. She told me you'd be interested in reading this. You find a relatively quiet corner, and take a look at the note. T wants to meet you. I'll arrange it, but you need to prove you're trustworthy. Look around the leech pit for a guy named Bruce. Buff dude, tattoo sleeve on his right arm. I'm 90% sure he's somebody's retainer, sent here to spy on us by the cam. Give me the name of his master and write it on this card, then return it to the bar. It doesn't take you long to locate this Bruce guy. He sits alone in a corner, 2 beer glasses already empty on his table. You take a moment to consider your approach. Ooh. I kind of want to feed again. We can't get him drunk and talkative, unfortunately. Okay, let's see what happens. You figure you have the time to feed before confronting this guy. You keep your eye on him, but look for a good opportunity in the meantime. Wouldn't you know it, a half-passed-out patron near the toilets is almost begging for somebody's attention. You prop him up as if to help him stand straight. His breath reeks of alcohol. Woohoo! You bite into his neck right above his tank top. Careful to drink just a little, and quickly. You don't get to enjoy the full palate. It is the closest to a beer you've had in a while, though. The man slumps in your arms, mumbles something under his breath, and you settle him down gently near the empty kegs in the back. Somebody will come and pick him up for sure. Temporarily sated, you turn your attention back to the task at hand. That's when you lock eyes with Bruce. He's been standing there, just meters away, and for a while, you think. He slinks away through the main area and walks outside. He knows what you are, for sure. You follow him out, expecting to have a run after him, but he's there, having a cigarette. Yo, I had the feeling you joined me. You smoke? He pushes the lighter close to you, the flame triggering a primal fear in you that forces you to take a step back and bump into another patron who's just leaving the bar. Yeah, didn't think so. You were staring at me in the bar before. What do you want? I'm doing that voice because he looks just like Peter from Typo Negative. Do you want to say it's just business? I'm here on business. I want to know who you serve, and then I'll be gone. 2 words. Blow. He breathes cigarette smoke straight in your face. Me. He flicks the cigarette at you and you flinch. It's all it takes for him to dash away, much faster than a human should be able to do. He's bolting all right. Now we use celerity. Whoop. Throwing caution to the wind, you focus your blood and give chase after Bruce. He might be faster than a human, but his abilities are a fraction of yours. He dashes into a nearby alley, and you follow suit. Before he can jump the fence, you tackle him to the ground. A short brawl later, you're standing a few meters apart, Bruce eyeing you with hatred. Intimidate him with violence? I don't know if that's going to necessarily work, but we will tell him his cover is blown. Listen, your cover is blown. I was told who you are. You better come clean. Your master's name. That's all I need. Bullshit. Besides, you'd kill me if I told you. And I quite like being alive. Here's the deal. You tell me your master's name and you save yourself a world of hurt. Unless you want to exit this alley on a stretcher, you better. Whack. Bruce doesn't wait for you to finish talking. He jumps at you, kicking and punching with dizzying speed. It takes you by surprise, and he puts you on the defensive. Just as you're about to retaliate, he breaks away, jumps the fence at the end of the alley, and is gone into the parts of the city unknown. Time to leave something for Mia. You borrow a pen from the bar and flip Mia's note to the other side. Bruce mentioned a she, so his master must be a female, but that's all you've got to go on. You figure it's better than to leave anything for Mia than nothing at all. Samira. No, let's just leave a note on the master's gender. We don't want to... This probably is not going to work out for us, but we'll see what happens. Mia asked you for a name, but if all you have is Bruce's master's gender, you'll have to do. You jot down a note. Bruce referred to his master as she. You pass the piece of paper to the bartender, and she sticks it back in the same book. Hold on a sec. She wanted me to pass something on to you. She produces a cell phone from behind the counter. It's ancient. At least 15 years out of date. Oh, right. And this. An old charger for the piece of junk in your hand. You really did think of everything. She said she'll be in touch. It takes you a moment to remind yourself how to operate this thing, and you find that its phone book is blank. There's no Wi-Fi connectivity and no saved messages. It's got a version of Snake, though. The bartender is already over at the other end of her domain, taking orders from patrons. With your Anarch contact nowhere in sight, you decide to move on for the night. Hopefully, your educated guesses based on the scraps of info you collected will be enough for Mia to call you. Yeah, I hope so. I don't know if we made the right call there, unfortunately, but... where to go? You've had enough of Adelaide Davis. It's time to head for Elysium and confront her with Sophie by your side. Coteries trying to get in touch with us. We got a nosy reporter or somebody's watching me. I'm kind of curious what the Adelaide Davis thing is. So let's do that. Because we've yet to actually, meet her. Visiting Elysium with Sophie is always a humbling experience. She's connected, well-known, important. You're a nobody. You've always known this, of course, but it's especially apparent when you arrive with her. Everyone notices her, and she drinks it in like it's her birthright. That's Adelaide Davis. Let's go say hello. You spot the woman Sophie is referring to. Adelaide, your stalker. Intense, disheveled, young-looking. A Malkavian, if you've understood correctly. As you approach, Adelaide looks at you with undisguised hatred. My two favorite people. I love you too, Adelaide. Adelaide looks from Sophie to you and laughs mirthlessly. The sound is creepy enough to make people glance towards you. I'll never stop. You should know that. I'm relentless. What is this all about? I understand why you hate me, but why hate Xavier? Adelaide looks so angry. For a moment you fear she'll hit you, Elysium or no. As if you don't know. He called me a creep. That's very insulting, especially to somebody like me. Was that when you were creeping, invisible, in my haven? Yes. Sophie sighs. You have to stop. Otherwise, I'll take this to Kadir. Do that. I have friends much more powerful than him. Just please stop. I never stop. Never, ever. Oh man, look at that fox skin. Adelaide locks eyes with you, ignoring Sophie. Let's talk later. We'll have some fun together. Adelaide walks away. Sophie watches her go before she says anything. She's a lunatic. They say all kinds of things. Don't worry about it. She knows that if she crosses the line, there will be consequences. Sophie steps away to chat with her friends, and you look at the kindred around you, wondering how many would really help you in times of trouble. Probably not many. Get out of here, stalker. Alright guys, well, I think this is a good place to go ahead and end the episode. We can go ahead and talk to Nosy Reporter next time, and then that's going to lead us back to talking to our coterie members. I don't know if Mia's going to get a hold of us again. We probably screwed the pooch there when it comes to giving a name. We could have given the name of the prince, but I'm always paranoid that she knows kind of who she's talking about, or who she's hunting, and if we give her a completely wrong name, that would be worse than just saying, hey, it's a female. So, alright, well, we will go ahead and pick this up next time, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.